Wednesday night live. We here.
Welcome to our live, guys. Another Alex the Car Doctor live spinning with you tonight.
Wednesday night. A nice, lovely fall October.
Little cuddle
No,
weather.
we can't cuddle on
Yes, we
national
can. We
television.
leaving. Come on, let's cuddle.
How you guys doing tonight? I hope everybody is well.
Hope everybody had a great day. My words is messing up real bad, guys. I just tried to make a short, and it took me like
Blah. That's all, folks. You remember Porky
20.
Pig?
Yes, that's who I
That was
remind
you.
myself of. 'Cause I couldn't
Listen,
get right.
it be like that. Are you tired?
It's been a long day. Yeah.
I had a nap after work, so
See,
I'm
I didn't
good.
have a nap. Autumn was trying to open my eyes.
Sorry. Not sorry. So, anywho, we're here tonight to talk about car maintenance. I initially thought that's such a simple topic, but apparently, a lot of people are struggling with
Yeah.
maintenance and what that actually is. I would say out of 100% of the customers, only 30% of our customers actually do maintenance on their
Yeah.
car.
It seems like it's rare, and we're gonna throw some tips your way too, um, in this topic
And
tonight.
as y'all come in, check in and say hello to us. Where you from? How you doing?
Yep.
We do care about that sort of thing on
Yeah, we
here.
care about y'all all. Y'all are like family.
For
Alex the
sure.
Car Doctor family.
Exactly. Let me make sure I click the comment so I can see. But anyway, simple things like an oil change. We posted a short the other day. I don't know. We're posting a lot these days, so I'm having a hard time keeping up with
It
stuff.
was on our personal van. We got it from the auction, and it had a real bad knock to it. And after I got the engine all broke down, I discovered they didn't do any maintenance on the sludgy black. Um, just destroyed the engine.
It's as simple as an oil change. It just well, this is when maintenance turn into major repair.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Steve says, "Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor."
Hey, what's going on, Mr.
Hey,
Steve?
Steve. How are you tonight? Hello from
Oh,
Iowa.
nice.
I never been, but I want to
Kathy.
go, Miss Kathy, honey. I want to go. What y'all got to do in Iowa? I'm gonna look it up and see. I might come over there. I don't know. But just simple maintenance.
Like this person right here.
It says Hot Sizzle TV says Nissan CVT better do the maintenance. All I'm gonna say to anybody who owns a Nissan.
Now, I've spoken with a lot of Nissan owners that have newer Nissans that take their car back to the dealership, and every time they take their car to the dealership, whether they're 20,000 miles taking it in, 40, 50, whatever the case may be, the Nissan dealership never mentioned a transmission drain and field. I've been interviewing a lot of customers, um, and they never say anything about a drain and field. With these Nissan transmissions, I recommend, I think the dealership told me this because I asked the dealership, hey, when is the recommended due, the interval for this transmission drain and field? I think they said like 25K or something. The dealership just don't tell the customers.
Right. So maintenance is key. That's another thing. So what? Well, who said that? Was that you, Hot Sizzle TV?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say tip number one is whether you have purchased a new car or a used car. If you plan on that car lasting you a long time, get the manual.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to sound real redundant because I know I mention this almost every live, but I know we got some new people that's just joined the family. So I'm gonna say get the manual for your car so you can know what to do and when to do it. I always say your mileage not only tells you how far you've gone, but what time it is.
And I'm gonna piggyback off that topic. Prior to you buying a car, I've seen very few people do this, and I'd be impressed when they actually come to me and say this. Well, how much is going to cost to maintain this particular car?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, every car is different. We have people jumping out of Honda Civics with the low maintenance and low cost of ownership, and they don't finally like, oh, it's time for me to upgrade. I'm tired of this little kitty car, and they jump in a BMW thinking the cost of ownership is going to be the same, and they be like, oh man, what's happening here? I don't care. BMW is a BMW. I don't, yeah, it's probably old, but parts are still expensive. Labor is still expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, if you jump into a car that you're looking into buying a car, also look up the parts for that particular car. Do
Mm-hmm.
your research. See what it's going to take to maintain that
You know,
particular
at
car.
some point you're gonna replace the battery, the alternator,
Yeah.
starter. These are all
Look
typical
into the typical things. Look
wear
into
items.
tires, guys,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes car tires are more expensive versus the economy box tires.
Mm-hmm. King of the Wind checking in with
Nice.
a super chat sticker. We appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much,
We
man.
always appreciate you
I
guys
highly appreciate that.
doing that, man. Because everybody, money ain't funny,
No. Ah,
Let's get to say hello to a few people before we go on.
to the
True
next topic.
April. Blessings,
Yeah.
beloved, from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Happy to see
Nice.
you guys.
Yes, it's True April. That's I don't think I saw you last live.
I've been missing. She said she's been missing the lives. I
Okay.
haven't been seeing.
Well, welcome back.
It's good to see you
Yeah.
virtually.
Yes.
Air hug to you. See that? Yeah, I squeezed you right there. That was a squeeze. I hope you felt that. And hello again. Texas here. That's Michael checking
Oh,
in.
Texas.
Lewis says, I like your channel. Recently found you. Like all the good tips. Lou from Detroit.
Nice.
Hey,
Detroit.
is it cold in Detroit yet?
Let us know.
It's chilly in Georgia tonight. I'm telling you right now. Jacob say, hey, bro, my driver's side inner axle was squeaking. I cleaned it and greased it. Definitely better just a small squeak now. Would you recommend that instead of replacing it? Thanks again, brother. Just you can answer it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I would say replace. The proper way is to take that axle off and reboot it. Now, you said CV axle. Um, I'm assuming the axle is busted open. The dust boot that keeps all the grease in and keeps all the moisture and dirt and debris out. If that dust boot is busted open, it's definitely gonna have to replace it. If you're talking about a CV axle, yeah.
Colonel Buckshot checking in.
Hey,
Good
what's going
evening,
on,
kings and
Colonel?
queens. What's going
Good
on?
to see you.
The American says, step 1, read the owner's manual. Step 2, watch this channel.
Appreciate that.
You rising up the ranks is my favorite, The American. I like that answer. That was a great answer. Speaking of this channel, we've been a lot of people noticing when he says channel, he's talking about our YouTube channel to all my Facebook folks that are in the chat. Mm-hmm. But we're trying to pump up more content. So the style of content is new for us as far as just me documenting instead of sitting around waiting on something to film. Just trying to make sure that no matter what we film, it's always going to be informative tips for you guys.
And it seems like y'all enjoying the new style.
Right, exactly. So it's work, I ain't gonna lie, but it's for y'all, so I'll do it. Charles says, hi car family, I just changed the transmission fluid and filter on my 13 Charger with 135,000 miles. So annoying that the nag one didn't come with a trans dipstick. I also changed the rear diff gear oil.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Good old car
now that's what you're talking about as far as maintenance, because if you don't do your maintenance, you can expect to have repairs done. And that's going to always be more costly. But I will say, as far as maintenance, shout out to the people that can actually do their own maintenance. Yeah, because they're making it difficult for people to do their own maintenance
now these days.
Yeah, with the modern cars.
You're going to answer a couple more. I want to get this other point in before I forget.
Gene in the house said, hey there, how y'all doing tonight?
Happening, buddy?
Nothing. It's hump day. We just working and raising children and working some more and spending money on children, and that's the same.
Yes, that's the life.
Think we're outside the box. What's up, party people?
What's happening?
What's up? What's up? Happy to see you on here. Thinker is always on here. Yeah, so is Colonel Thinker. Buckshot. Dan and them gonna be in here later on. And I like doing the lives because we get to interact. We just crossed over 35,000 subscribers over on YouTube. We got almost 60,000 on Facebook.
Facebook be on it.
Yeah. But I like interacting with people to see the same names come in every week if they can, to get to know you guys.
Yeah, it's building the family thing. You know? I'm like Vin Diesel family.
I hated the last Fast and the Furious movie, but we ain't gonna go there. Jacob
It was
says
awesome.
it
Me and,
was
me and little Alex enjoyed it.
trash.
Nah.
Jacob says, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor from Ohio. Love y'all channel.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you,
Thank you.
Jacob.
Thank you so much. Colonel Buckshot said, a good tip for identifying a car, if a car was maintained before buying, look at coolant appearance. Most owners neglect coolant service.
Yes, and I want to piggyback off that real quick.
Go ahead.
A lot of people will neglect their hoses. I'm always checking coolant hoses. What you're looking for is hard, the rubber that gotten hard, that can just bust at any moment. Also, what you're looking for, if the rubber is real soft, that's where oil or some type of oil liquid has been leaking on it. That can swell up and burst at any moment. Then the last thing I like to do is grab the hose with my tip of my fingers. I give it a squeeze. And if you're feeling any type of crunchiness, when you squeeze it like that, the nylon cord that supports the hose, because it's rubber. If it wasn't no nylon cord in it, the hose will just blow up like a balloon and just pop. So the nylon cord is its reinforcement. And if you're hearing crunching, that means that nylon cord is breaking in the inside, and you're going to want to change that hose. And of course, guys, anytime you're looking at any type of cooling system, I have to throw this out here. Always, always, always make sure that vehicle is cold, or you will seriously scald yourself. These are 200 degrees, upward of 200 degrees temperatures. Yeah.
Speaking of that, we have a customer that drove from, what's that guy that drove from Savannah, Georgia? Wanted all the hoses
Oh
replacing.
yeah. He was serious on his maintenance.
So I was like, wow. Normally people have it, if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality. Like,
Can't
if the
do
hole
that.
isn't busted and leaking, it's fine. And they don't know what you just said. But that gentleman, I love the educated customers that come into the shop, because they already know. They really don't give us a hard time. He said, just quote me to change all my cooling hoses,
I was
please.
very impressed.
Very impressed with that guy. He drove 4 hours to have Alex.
I think he rented a hotel down.
Yeah, rented a. So we really want to do a good job for him. But I have a question for you.
No.
And for,
I'm just playing.
he never tell me no, so I don't know why he's flexing right here on this live right now.
You
So what is maintenance? People don't know what that is, and I told you can't really
maintenance
assume.
Maintenance is when you're tired of a car, you just drive it off a cliff without you in it, of course. No, just playing. Go ahead.
What is maintenance, man? Come on, man. Tell these people what exactly is maintenance.
Okay, maintenance in my definition is upkeeping a machine, whether that's greasing your ball joints. If you have the grease certs, most ball joints these days are non-serviceable, which sucks. Preventive maintenance is replacing parts that you know is old and getting ready to go out. And it's just really upkeep of the vehicle, changing the fluids. Then I'm gonna get to my other topic. I'm gonna just slide that in here. Changing all the fluids will keep the engine running tip top shape, because it's a machine. If you don't change fluids, it's just gonna start being inefficient. You burn more fuel. So that was my next topic. If you upkeep your vehicle like you should, changing air filters, make sure all the fluids are good, your MPGs are going to stay up here. That's a peak engine, make sure it's clean and inside, doing your fuel induction services, things like that.
Now, for my people that don't know, MPG is
miles per gallon.
Right.
And fuel is, it's coming down a little bit, but I heard fuel over in California is like $7 a gallon.
I don't know how true that is. If you're from Cali, Alex's sister lives there, and she said that last week. So if anybody could confirm that, that would be cool.
You calling my sister a liar?
I ain't saying. I'm just saying confirm. You know what I'm saying? 2 or 3 witnesses. You know what I'm saying?
I need no witnesses.
Maybe you know how sometimes we exaggerate when we speak. You know what I'm saying? Especially people from Georgia, we be like, it's round the corner, but really it's about 7 miles. It ain't round the corner, it's 7 miles. But you know what I'm saying? Gas $7, but really it's like 5. You know.
That's what maintenance is to me. I know when I did my days of fleet work at U-Haul, UPS, They were very big on maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have like random things, not random, it's a system they use after the truck, or well, it's a truck. After the truck now reach a certain mileage, it's automatically getting the starter. After it reached this amount of mileage, it's automatically getting the alternator.
Mm.
That kept those trucks on the road, because you got to think,
Mm.
day in, day out, those trucks are on the road delivering
Yeah, 'cause I need my
packages.
Prime package.
Well, yeah,
Well, now they don't
yeah,
deliver for
yeah,
Amazon,
no.
but back then, I
Look,
need my Amazon package.
and the trucks did great, and we're talking about many different drivers that dog these trucks out, flooring them everywhere they go, just driving them like they stole them. Yeah, they went
Mm-hmm.
fast, but
Still.
yeah, still.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Especially the U-Haul trucks. Now people drive crazy in them things. So,
Woo, we ain't even gonna talk about that. Let's get a few more comments so we can make
Houston,
sure we get everybody. Gil or Jill. I don't know if that's making the G sound, but I'm gonna say
Gil,
Gil.
because he got a
Gil.
fish. Look at that, he a fisherman. That's he an angler. Yeah, you have to take me fishing sometime. I'm like
Right.
a big boy.
Hello from Houston, Texas.
Yeah,
I feel like every time I say Texas, I gotta say it like that. Texas.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying? I'm actually thinking about joining a saddle club while I learn how to ride horses, and I want to come to Texas and get me one of them big old hats and boots. You know what I'm talking about?
We street cowboys up in Atlanta.
I'm gonna be an urban cowgirl. That's my dream. What's up, Gil? Slow Burn says, congratulations on that big 3-5
Yes,
thou,
sir.
guys. Thank
Appreciate
you so
you.
much. I would say YouTube is definitely a
Slow
slow
grind.
grind. You know, every
Slow
now and then
grind.
you might get a unicorn like, dang, that dude got 100 million subscribers in 1 month. And it's like, we've been at this for a
That's
while.
because he hacked the system.
Could have, but one thing I'm not about to do is pay for no subscribers. I want to earn it one video at a time with integrity and love. So when I do make it, I'm like, we did that. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for noticing that
For sure.
accomplishment and things like that. We appreciate that. Gene says it's called Old Man Told. He said what? Oh, in what does it say?
It's called Old Man Told Me. Change.
Oh,
Strange.
let me read it. How you wrote it, Gene? It's called Old Man Told Me Change, Strange, and Credit. Not going to get it. I like that. Daryl says, I have a 3800 engine 05 SS Monte Carlo. When I take a sharp turn, I hear a loud grind and traction active pops up. I have newer hubs. I don't know. CV axle?
No, that sounds like a hub bearing, but he said it's new. Did you properly tighten down that axle nut? Because if that axle nut keep that hub assembly together, that hub axle nut is not properly torqued down or tightened down, the hub will start separating, and when you go around turns, the wheel will actually fold and bend. I mean, not fold, but tilt, and when it tilts like that, the ABS sensor can no longer read the reluctor wheel. A reluctor wheel is basically a wheel that that looks like little gaps. So you'll have, yeah, I can't explain.
You can't you can't throw it up.
Yeah, I can't throw it. I can't throw it to gang signs.
Right. Double check that
yeah.
axle nut.
Yeah, double check both sides, and whoever you had did it probably made a mistake, or could be anything, but that's where my guess goes.
Otis Shelley. Hey, Otis. I see
happening?
That's another name I know. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor. We all appreciate your knowledge and how you go out of your way to help your subscribers. Everybody hit that like button one time. Yes, please.
Appreciate
Listen, guys. If you like it, I don't know how the algorithm work, but just hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people that's doing the super chats. We always appreciate those too.
Yes.
But hey, if you don't want to spend no money, it's not required. Just hit the like. Look, do like that. Boop. That's it. See that little motion? That was free right there.
Try it.
Boop.
Oh, don't even hurt.
And if you're on Facebook, share the video. Help out your family and friends learn more about their car so they can stop calling you when their car break down and they need a ride. They need to subscribe. You see what I'm saying? You like what I did then? Okay. We're gonna go back to the topic. And we got another super chat open here.
Look at that.
Jacob, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Yes,
I love you, brother. I love all y'all.
Yeah, we do. So back to the maintenance though. Did you have anything else you wanted to say? We talked about, so for those of you
I
who are
got
just
one more
coming
thing to
in,
add. Go
if
ahead.
it ain't, we can't have that if it ain't broke don't fix it mentality.
Hmm.
So the rule of thumb is to say, hey, you know what, it's alternators and starters, they stuff don't last forever. Okay, I don't care what brand of car it is. Look at your manual and say, you know what, it's time to do this. Or certain shops like we do, we have a system where your mileage pop up. That system will tell me everything that's due for your car at that mileage. If you don't have a manual or don't feel like downloading one or buying one, just ask the reputable shop, hey, what's due at my mileage, and pick and to see what what your pockets can afford at that time.
And guys, we also have to be checking these plastic radiators.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm always looking at radiator caps when I can, when the car is cool. Most of the time, I can't open these systems up because these cars coming hot off the street.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I can look at the radiator plastic end caps, and if I see any type of discoloration, that means that plastic is starting to break down and it's potentially going to bust. Also, I want to not piggyback, but discuss one more other thing with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually in your driver's manual. If you have some type of work truck and you tow or pull with that truck, you're gonna have to do more regular maintenance because towing puts a lot of heat inside that engine and transmission. More heat, the fluid breaks down quicker. Your rear end fluid breaks down quicker. You're gonna want to do that more often, or you're gonna be on side of the road.
That was your point.
Yes, that was my
Beautiful. Beautiful.
point.
My baby is so smart. I'm so,
Uh,
I'm
so
blessed.
it's really all about climate. Now, I'm not too familiar with the cold climate, but I'm pretty sure um, there's a particular maintenance thing
All
you have
my
to do.
all my up north people
Yes,
chime in on that one. If you up north and
I've
it's
never
cold.
worked on cars up north. Had the pleasure to, be up north and mechanicking up there. Pretty sure it's a whole different story. You may have to do this particular thing to get the car ready for the cold.
Right,
I've
right.
seen cars come up, um, drove down here, and now the up north car is the new home down here. And I've seen block heaters. Block heaters are normally found on diesel trucks,
Mm.
but I'm seeing them on gasoline cars. So I've never looked into it, but I'm assuming when the temperatures plummet like that, you have to plug in your gasoline car to keep everything warm or something. I don't
I don't know,
know.
but I will also. I'm gonna we're gonna get ready to start taking car
Yeah.
questions. Even though we've kind of been taking them
Yeah, we kind of
anyway.
mixed it in there.
Yeah, yeah, because some people, well, they gotta have a question. But I will say my final thing about maintenance: if you are participating in the gig economy, by gig economy I mean Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, Instacart, and you just using your car, better know that you're gonna rack up the miles. Better
Hmm.
know that those maintenance schedules, you really need to be paying attention to your maintenance schedule, because the more miles you put on, the more closer you're going to get to time to do certain things. So if you're participating in those and you get money, that's good. But also pay attention to the maintenance that needs to be done on your vehicle to keep it up to par, so you won't have to miss out on no money. So
Hmm.
take a
Definitely.
day and just say, you know what, I'm gonna turn the app off today, make an appointment, go get my car checked out. And you should be doing that regularly. Nothing like driving somebody from the airport in your Uber and you broke down because your radiator
Ooh, that'd
hose
be ugly.
busted. I'm sure that has happened to someone in the world somewhere.
And I
Okay.
want to add one more thing that can really help you guys out there. This is have nothing to do with maintenance, but this is my tip of the night.
Tip time,
Yep.
good people.
Tip time, good people. All right, guys. I'm always MPG conscious. I'm always trying to get the best miles to the gallon. And the way you do that, of course, maintenance, air filters, tune ups, things like that will keep your car up to par. But also, people, good people, please don't ride around with your whole workout equipment in your trunk. We're talking about bukus of clothes, shoes, heavy items, your cases of water that you didn't feel like getting out the vehicle. That stuff will weigh your vehicle down and drop your MPGs.
Mhm.
Uh, when people ask me MPG questions, I'm like, oh, my MPGs have dropped. I'm like, okay, have you
They
brought
had
your
a
car
whole
back
house
up?
in their trunk.
Yeah, I'm like, I first start off with the maintenance. Then I ask, okay, what are you carrying around in your car? I'm like, oh, it's a whole bunch of clothes hangers, normal things, my workout equipment, dumbbells. I'm like, no, you got to get all that stuff out of your car. You're
Right.
killing your MPG. It's just
Yeah.
like you're towing something. So that's my tip of the night. Keep your car clean.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm gonna say this as well, and I'm gonna say it with love and kindness. Please don't take it the wrong way at all. I love you, but I have had some customers that are a little bit on the bigger side that drive smaller cars,
Hmm.
and the MPG sucks.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. All my big boys and big gals, get you a truck.
Yeah.
So
You
all
go
I'm,
to
you know what I'm saying? I love you though. Big boys are winning right now. You know what I'm saying? It's cold. I gotta just get close to these
big
bones right.
girls are winning. Okay.
It's y'all season, baby. I love it. All right. Say Nikki Darling said, hi, good to see you too.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, good to be seen. I'm very
Mhm.
thankful. Our Wigfall says, been following the channel for a minute now. Have a '05 DeVille Cadillac that
Mhm.
I love. When she's running, I have a combination of misfire on cylinder one and random misfire. Thoughts on if it's worth it?
Ooh, that's a hard one, but I'm gonna be nice. If you love it, I love it. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, but speaking of your misfires, it could be your valve covers leaking into. I think that has spark plug wells,
Mm-hmm.
or a spark plug. Some it dips down, if I can remember correctly. I haven't worked on one of those in a while.
Mm.
Um, but you need to make sure you're not leaking oil around your spark plugs. That can really mess up the ignition. Liquid and electricity don't mix. Also, you may have a coil issue. I've seen that happen. You really just need to get it checked out and run the proper checks on it. That's the only thing I can say about that.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's worth it him to fix it? Is that typically something that's expensive?
It just depends. Yeah, it really just depends. I I never like to be the person that says, "Hey, your car not worth it, and you need to drive it straight to the junkyard." No, I'm
Mm.
not gonna kill no one dreams. It, it sounds like it's just a misfire. It could be simple as a tune-up and coils. Um,
I don't know. Check that
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Or
Just get a certified mechanic. I wish you was in my area. I'm pretty sure you're not, because you would have been at my shop already.
that's right. The best this side of the
I
Mississippi.
don't have no competition in my area.
And don't. Okay. Malik says, what's up,
Malik,
Alex?
what's happening, buddy?
Slow Burn says he's new here. Welcome.
Oh yeah,
I
welcome
like to
to
see.
the family.
Yeah, we love to see new names and people and stuff. I be thinking about y'all, man. I'm like, man, I wonder how Clayton in Alaska doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? I got to get to know people. And April and her husband been married forever. And, I be thinking about y'all. We don't just be
Definitely,
sitting here just we do it for fun. But, I actually try to connect with you guys. So,
definitely want to
welcome.
connect.
Malik says, I'm back from Tennessee. Me and my wife like watching y'all. We also have the same vision of flipping cars and having our
Oh,
own shop.
nice! I love it.
Do
Go
it.
for it, man. Go for
Yeah.
it.
Listen, I started off as an auto broker. I still am an auto broker, but I had an office probably this no bigger than this little square right here.
Oh, it was awful. It was
Standing
like a
room.
little closet.
I was in there like this selling cars. Standing
Oh,
room only,
man.
like it's what I could afford, paying $2 something a month for it. And
Humble beginning.
didn't know how to sell my first car because they don't teach you that in dealer training. They just teach you all the laws not to
I
break.
remember our first car was a VW Jetta.
And I like that couple. They were so patient with me. Took me
They
forever.
were just standing there
They were
waiting.
just standing there waiting for me to figure it out.
Man.
Eventually, I did figure it out and wind up having to
You
mail
could
them
have fooled
something.
me. I thought you knew what you were
Hey
doing.
man, you gotta fake it till you make it. Hey, listen, I'm be right here with you guys. Just give me 1 second.
They waited for that.
Now
car.
I can do it with my eyes closed. It's nothing now. But go for it. I was just telling my husband the other day, like we got so far that we want to go, but we have come so far.
Definitely.
Okay. Because we have come a mighty long way. And it hasn't been without obstacles, letdowns, sadness. I ain't got no money, this happening. we could live a regular life like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's just do it. If you and your wife got that vision and y'all on one accord with
Stick
it,
to the vision.
it's gonna happen for you. And I would love to hear about y'all success in the future. All right. I'm thinking about what you think. I don't know. Do y'all want me to make flip videos? I don't know. I don't know.
She lost her drive to make them.
And I just
That's
make
why you
Alice.
haven't been
I
seeing
just
them
make
lately.
content for Alice the car doctor and then keep it moving. Mr. Boss says, "What's good, family? Coming from New York. I feel like you gotta say
Nice.
New York, like you gotta say Texas, like Texas. You
Hey,
say New York
New
real
York.
hard, like that." My 2011 Traverse service theft deterrent system light came on 2 times over the past 3 years. What could be causing this? 6 videos in 10 days. I see you guys. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Because I be right there with the camera. I be right there, mister.
All right. So what could be going on? You could have a bad chip in your key. It could be losing communication with the, I'm gonna call it an antenna, but it's a little transponder piece that's in a ring that's around your keyhole that's reading that chip and communicating back to the computer saying, hey, this car is this the right key, start up. um, that's normally the case. So with this particular situation, if you have an extra key, start using that. um, a working extra key, start using that and see if the problem go away. If the problem do go away, you need to go ahead and get a copy of that key made, um, ASAP, because one day it's just gonna theft deterrent. I'm not starting up anymore at the wrong possible time. I've had that happen to me on our Exploder. We had an '05 Exploder, and it broke down at the Walmart. Get ready to stick the key in, nothing. Security light, it had a little light in the dashboard that was just blinking real fast. I'm like, oh my gosh. Did research on it. It was like, yep, the car done forgot the key or something weird
It
with the key.
happens.
So
Definitely.
yeah. Try that.
Lakes, one of my faves in the house. Hello,
Hey, what's
all. What's
happening,
up,
Lakes?
Lakes? King of the Wind says people get so butt hurt over all the videos with the pinner star, but it's job security. Listen, we like pinner star.
I like pinner stars.
Like if I get me a Challenger or something like
I'm
that,
not getting no pinner star. I'm getting a SRT.
I'm gonna buy me a pinner star because I'm trying to like save money and stuff, and I'm not really on racing. I just want to look good.
She not buying no pinner star.
Cause you gonna buy it.
Exactly.
Duh. You gonna buy the pinner star for me?
No,
of course, I'm not gonna buy it.
No, SRT.
You just want an SRT so you can drive it.
No,
anyway,
man, my cutlass is gonna blow the balls off them SRTs.
I would think that the Pentastars aren't so bad. It's actually a pretty decent engine. It's just neglect, because I've seen Pentastars with 200,000-300,000 miles on them.
Yeah,
I've seen that. It's just like I said, it goes back to the topic of tonight: maintenance. Now the lifters and rockers,
that's a big mystery.
And then you can, JT over at who works for Dodge saying that you could do about it. I don't know. He said that he worked for the dealership. I don't know. But other than that, like the oil cooler and stuff like that, but I would rather have that problem than Kia problems.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. 100%.
Yeah. Oil consumption and things like that. But I don't know. People,
them Kias, they don't sit well with me.
It is job security. Let me see. What do we work on the most at shop? I know the YouTube content would suggest that we work on pinner stars all day long, but we don't. What do we have in the shop today? We got a little Ford Escape in there.
We do a lot of like Sonic and little Chevy
stuff. It depends. One week we may have all Dodge pinner stars. Another week we might got a whole bunch of GM Chevy stuff.
It's weird. But Chevy and Dodge is our most top ones we work on.
It'd be the tickets be up there because we got to replace lifters, rockers, cams, and stuff like that. So I don't know. They'll get over it. Shumpert Harris says, which vehicle would you recommend for a beginner driver?
A little economy box. We just fixed up a little Chevy Cruze. The little we had two of them, the 1.8 and the 1.4 turbo. Those would be pretty good, but it just all depends on you. Like my daughter, she don't like driving small cars. She'd rather be in the mom van or her Jeep or driving my 250. She just feels more
She
secure.
drove the 250 with
Yeah, that's what we was
Dang,
practicing here. That's
that's crazy.
yeah,
That's
she just
wild.
whipping the 250, big
Oh,
diesel truck.
that's my girl.
Yeah, she be whipping that thing. So really, it's all about comfort. But I wouldn't recommend a rear wheel drive vehicle. Rear wheel drive vehicle, if you're not careful, that thing can whip around on you. Um, you may get the urge to have fun one day and turn off the traction control and slide into a curve like one of that Challenger video, and your car end up looking like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or a particular employee of mine's um, just couldn't handle the car he had, and just say the vehicle. Yeah, it was rear wheel drive, and every time I turned around talking to him, like, man, I done spun out. I'm like, dude.
The back end get loose.
Yeah.
But I would say if that type of
All
car
wheel drive or front wheel drive?
or something older, like you know,
The little Corollas,
yeah, something a
the
little bit
Subarus.
older.
I like the Subarus.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
Old Hondas, the older Jeeps in the 99. We got which my daughter, her first car is a
99.
99 Jeep with the inline six.
Yep, Grand
So
Cherokee. It's rear wheel drive, but it's not a powerhouse. So if you hit the gas, you're not gonna be doing drifts in it. I'm talking about, sports sedan cars that have
like
mid power V6s and things like that. I say mid power, this is a V6.
he says, Alex, I'm in an emergency. My car started out at the moment stuck on the highway and
Oh,
it sounds
geez.
like the fuel pump went out. How can I tell if it completely did, if the fuel pump went out?
If you have a buddy with you, you can literally open your gas cap, open your gas door, take it to the extreme, pop the gas cap off, put your ear up, and have your buddy just turn the ignition on. When you do turn the ignition on from the off position, the fuel pump, you should hear it prime up. It should be like a little buzzing noise. You will hear it really well if you do it like that. Now Hondas and certain Japanese cars, you actually have to crank it over. Maybe I'm talking about the older ones. You actually have to crank it over for it to engage the fuel pump. And your newer GM cars, when you walk up to it with the fob, it'll actually self prime itself once it senses your key is coming. You'll hear bzzz, and you ain't even really got in the car yet.
So if he doesn't hear that, bzz,
Yeah, it should sound like a bzzz, buzzing noise for like 5 seconds, then shut off. Um, I I'm gonna need to know what type of vehicle you have to better help you,
drop
because
it
each
down.
vehicle do different things priming. Like I mentioned, the three.
So if it ain't priming, he needs to. It's probably the fuel pump.
But it could be anything. It could be timing belt related, maintenance stuff.
If you could drop it down, I'll try to skip down to the bottom to see if I can get you. Slow Burn says my car got in a wreck and now the back tires are cambered. What could that be? Thanks. P.S. So cambered that I have to get new tires in the back every month.
Geez. So you have bent, either bent upper control arms, or track bars are bent. One of those bars are back there bent. Um, I'm pretty sure he's talking about on one side. I'm not sure what side he's talking about. Now, I don't know your vehicle, so I don't know the suspension setup, but something is most definitely bent. You would need to take it to a shop or something and put it up on the rack and inspect. Or you can just take it to your local alignment shop, and they should have the competence to inspect your suspension, because they shouldn't do no alignment. No alignment shop should not align damaged suspension components. You cannot. This is the alignment won't be right. So they should inspect everything, make sure your tires are even, all that good stuff, then do the alignment. They shouldn't be doing alignments with broken suspension components. Now I see it all the time.
They sure do.
Oh my gosh!
We'll take your money,
dude. What are y'all doing?
So, I found another comment from, I think his name is Sinister Angel. Yeah, it sounds like my fuel pump failed. The engine is just dead at this rate. Not bad for a 04 Chevy pickup.
Oh, if it's a Chevy pickup truck, yeah, definitely the fuel pump. Those Chevy pickup trucks had the worst fuel pump failure rate. I don't know why. this goes back to knowing your vehicle and doing those things, changing out things before they break. If you haven't changed out that fuel pump in a while and it's been a good little minute, go ahead and just change it out. Hey, I don't want this thing to break down. Let me go to my local parts store and get a good quality pump, guys. Do not go on Amazon and get some Chinese made stuff. I don't have nothing against China, but China made stuff sometimes is not the best.
Exactly. Let's see. It's actually true, guys. Let me go back up to so many of y'all in here tonight. That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
jumping.
Let me see here. So slow burn. Okay, that's where we go. Where are you located? We are located in the Atlanta area. For those who are not from here, but if you're from here, this is the exact address. You can come and have your car worked on. We're in between the airport and Forest Park Highway, but
and you can Google Alex the car doctor.
Yeah. Good old Georgia, baby. That's where we were born and raised, both of us. And that's where we shall remain. I'm not interested in. I'll visit anybody, anywhere.
We'll visit anybody.
But I ain't leaving home. All right, now let me go back to the next question. I'm trying to get. Yeah, I got you right here, big dog. Bam, we right here. Javon says, "What's your price for lift to work on a Dodge Charger?"
I always tell people between 15 to 2. My wife may say I'm wrong.
He wrong because he, first of all, he don't do the pricing or anything like that. Myself and Shan do all the quotes. So depending on if you need cams or not, you're probably gonna spend somewhere around $2,500, give or take. It is 4 cams.
Yeah, 4 cams.
So if you only damage 1 cam, the price would be lower. If you made it out and didn't damage no cams, then you're probably looking at somewhere around 15, 17, somewhere like that.
I use quality parts and I replace both sides. So of course that's gonna pick up your bill. I don't use cheap parts. Yes, you can go on Amazon and get the whole kit with 4 cams for $300.
Yeah.
Now, guys, something is wrong with that.
Listen,
like, come on now.
They grade metal for a reason.
Yeah, okay. Something definitely wrong.
We use milling for everything. Lifters, rockers, cams. We use milling. Right?
I only had one come back, and that was a year later. And who knows how he took care of that vehicle. And he had a leaking.
Oil cooler too, so that could have contributed.
It could have had an effect because I always tell people, if you're leaking oil, you're not getting the full pressure. It's coming out. Could have ran it low. Anything could have happened.
All right. So hopefully that helps you. Now, if you're from Atlanta and you want an official quote, call the shop. You can Google the number. And Shan or myself.
Now, I'm not the cheapest in the world, but it's gonna be done correctly.
Well, you know what? That's what I
stand 100% behind my work.
I started telling people that. Well, can I listen? I'm gonna tell you right now, we are not the cheapest.
I don't owe anybody affordability. I owe them my integrity, my skillmanship, and just straight up. I said integrity. That goes with honesty.
But it's skillmanship. You just made that up.
Yes, I think I've heard it before.
Anyway,
anywho,
we're not the cheapest, but we're not overly expensive either.
I've seen over expensive things. I'm like, whoa, I'm cheap.
Right. So yeah, we try to be fair. Fair. True said Georgia. That's where you from? True, you from here?
Nice. Yeah, I think I remember.
Let me find out. Hot Sizzle TV said, damn, laugh out loud. I don't know what you laughing at, probably because I said something crazy. CT checking in. What's up, folks?
What's happening, buddy?
What's up, Paul P?
Paul P.
How you living? Paul, I'm looking. What? Paul got that beard lined up on that. I'm trying to tell you.
How you know that's him?
Look, they're right there. It's a man with a beard. It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Our Wig Fall said, I wish you were in my area. Hard to find honest shops here.
Yeah, I hear that so much. It's ridiculous.
It's
heartbreaking.
I saw a meme today on social media somewhere that says, imagine if the schools would take a child, find out what that child's talent is, and spend the next 12 years helping that child develop that skill. The world would be a better place.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I know so many mechanically inclined kids that get passed over, looked over, and not really honing that skill. If we had more children just doing what they grow up and doing what they were interested in, then we would probably have better shops where people are passionate about what they do
Mm-hmm.
instead of being pushed toward college or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? We are not those type of parents. If none of our kids want to work on cars, that's fine. But the ones that want to, we would definitely try to hone and shape, their skills at a young age so that they could, do whatever they're gonna do. So I hope that the industry turns around. I don't know. I really don't know where we're going in the world. It's
It's
you know.
crazy.
So
I hear so many
um
heartbreaking things
yeah,
that goes on in this
for
world.
sure. Hot Sizzle TV said spark plugs is a must.
Mm,
Absolutely when you're
that
doing
maintenance
maintenance.
stuff.
Yes. Shut. Souls 2400 said some mechanic wanted to charge me $2,000 to replace all four shocks on my Jeep.
That don't sound right, and it's a
No,
Jeep.
I thought it was too pricey. I replaced them myself and saved $1,500.
Dang.
Do you think 2,000 was no man?
No,
2,000? No.
absolutely not.
What kind of shots was he using?
Golden
They
shots.
better Elon Musk went to space and got them shots. They brought them back down here.
Yep. Special type of
Oh,
shots.
you must got the new flying Jeep they came out with.
Yeah.
Maybe you need them kind of shots.
levitating Jeep.
People crazy. Nikki Darling says, I've noticed I'm not getting notification of your posting videos. I was surprised to see the notification this evening. Happy to see you. Yes. I don't know. You know what? The internet do what it wants. All I'm trying to do, we're really trying to commit to pushing out the content as much as we can. We have a baby girl. Her birthday is tomorrow. She's 2. But in the last 2 years,
she's already terrible too, to be honest with you.
That girl is bad to the bone. I'm telling you.
She got it's the funniest thing ever, guys. She got a hold to some coffee, a full cup of coffee, and really took it to the head. I guess she did it in front of my wife, because my wife was like, I
thought it was chocolate milk. That's what I thought it was. Man, if y'all remember the wild thornberries, the little boy Dunny, that's who she was acting like.
Running around in circles. Took off a diaper, didn't want you to put no diaper on her. But standing on her head, I was like.
But I think Alex is getting back all he did to his grandma when he was a little boy. But I will say this, in the last 2 years, since we started taking YouTube serious, I did get pregnant with said child, and it was very hard for me to record and I was tired. Mm-hmm. After I had the baby, I started having post complications. Like I'm young and beautiful, but I see a heart doctor and things like that. So
I make her heart pump too fast, guys.
Yes, you do. But now everything is calming down in our lives and steady, and all the kids are doing okay, and I can focus on making more content and be more consistent. And it seems to be work. You guys seem to be enjoying that, and I'm going to do my best to keep on.
Happy to see you, Nikki. Happy you here.
Yes, and you just so you know, Nikki, we are live twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays, and we've been doing a good job lately of being live every time. Mm-hmm. So, Cynicis, it's actually true. Gas is almost 10 for diesel in California.
Oh, jeez, don't want to go there.
Boy, I'm about to get me a horse. That's why I'm gonna join that saddle club. Like I told y'all, if y'all see me galloping, don't mind your business. Me and my horse Lorraine gonna be all right. Jennifer Jane says, this is my new favorite live. Awesome job, guys. Thank you for all the info. Thank you. Welcome. We try to keep it, if you just talk about cars, it's boring, but you got to throw, y'all are real people living real lives, and we try to be relatable. Thank you so much. Jerry says, what the best way to unseize nuts?
Okay, this is what I do. You could either, depending on what you're working on, I don't know what you're working on, but I'm gonna throw some different scenarios out there for you. Well, situations to unsee. Well, techniques. That's what I was trying to say. You can soak it in penetrating oil for about a night. That seems like it works sometimes. If that don't work, and if it's not a fire hazard in the area you're working on, meaning rubber everywhere, wires everywhere, you can take. You can go to the store and get a torch head and some MAP gas. MAP gas get a little bit hotter than propane. The propane is in the blue one. MAP gas is what I use around my shop, but I recently got a acetylene torch, but that's on a whole new level. So heat it up real good, then try to bust it loose. If that should work. Other ways, you can get an impact gun and just buzz it off. Other ways, let's say for instance you're working on a Honda or Acura, same thing, and you're trying to pull off the harmonic balancer. Yes, for those who know what I'm talking about, it's a pain. You can get a weighted socket, a weighted, in this case, a weighted 19 millimeter socket. It's about maybe 2 pounds or so, and that'll buzz it right off. So those are just some of the ways.
Awesome. Hope it helps.
Yeah.
What about that little boat heater thing that you won't buy because you being cheap? That thing is a nice.
Well, I don't need that no more. I got a acetylene.
I have grown appreciation for tools because I be on the Snap-on truck, y'all. Look, I keep me a little Snap-on shirt. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Bobby, who always let me get shirts off the truck. I pay for them, but I'm saying he saved my size so I could be styling and profiling. But the tools of the trade, like, I really have a newfound respect for working men that use their hands and get these different tools to get the job
Make your
done.
life easy.
Yeah, I really think that's what's up. I really do. So let me see what y'all talking about in here. Said DJ Blue Jazz.
Oh, I love that name. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Can you give any tips or references on what books or websites that you read when you researching your car info?
Oh, very good.
Okay, Consumer Report.
Yep, Consumer Report. I like to use
Motor Trend.com, Motor Biscuit.
It seems like my wife know them all.
Well, I read. I don't know what he be doing, but I read a lot when I'm doing researching car info. Now, if you're talking about cars as a consumer to buy those, or just stuff that's happening in the world, those are the websites that I use. So I say them again for you: Motor Trend, I think Motor Biscuit. What did I say? Oh, and Consumer Reports. We get those every month.
Yeah, I love Consumer Reports.
We get those in the mail every month.
They're pretty accurate, I must say.
So those are tips. I mean, Google is your friend. Google gonna take you and tell you where you need to go if you're trying to get.
My favorite section in Barnes and Noble is what the section?
They ain't got no Barnes and Noble no more. Maybe one. We probably got one now. That's not a thing anymore, sweetie. Welcome to 2023 in the shop.
Man,
ain't no more bookstores. Remember when we first started dating, we used to go to that Barnes and Noble? That's gone. It's a Marshalls now.
No way. Anywho, golly, man, I'm stuck in the time. I feel like I'm about 80-something years old. Hey, when that stop sign get there, blow right past it.
Right.
I like going in the book section of bookstores, I guess, when that was a thing, and just picking up just random books and just looking through them. And what piques my interest, I will read it.
Yeah, just Google stuff. Forums. Look for forums. I love getting peer-to-peer information. Like some of our friends that come in the chat, we don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? I like to think of us as conversation starters because there's a lot of people like Clayton. He's not on here tonight. In Alaska, he works on cars. Dan, lakes, and stuff like that. So we're living in a fluffy JT. We're living in a time where information is everywhere. So just fact check it when you do. You know what I'm saying?
And if you're always unsure, reach out to me on Instagram and I'll be happy to help you.
Absolutely. Let's see where I was. Thank you, DJ, for that super chat.
I really appreciate that,
sticker you have there. All right. So Carlo Buckshot said, I just replaced the failed original alternator in my 97 Honda Accord. 245,000 miles. I had replaced the brushes in 2019 as preventive maintenance. But time for a new one, I guess. You know what, though? This just confirms, like, them older, I'm going to say it again. I know I'm being redundant for my people that come every week. Them 90s era cars. I mean, Honda and Toyota still fine anyway. But if you got you something from the 90s and you still rolling, you golden.
Guys, man, this was unbelievable. Like, I made a video on this particular car. It used to be my old pusher car. And took too many buckshots and bullets. It was an old 97 Chevy Cavalier or something like that. So the starter went out. And so I ordered a new one. And guys, that dang on starter was huge. That junk looked like a truck starter for a 4-cylinder.
I remember.
I was like, geez, this is why nothing ever went out on the 90s. They overdoing it versus now. This starter looked like it cranks up my kids' go-kart. Literally, they be
And
so
then look,
tiny. I'm
then
like,
it's
it's a
under the
V6.
intake, so it
I'm
takes
like,
1,000 hours to
what
get to
the
it.
world? Or behind the exhaust, the catalytic converter, and you have to remove the can, and I'm like, oh man, this
It's
is so
too much.
silly.
Yeah, yeah. So if you got something in '90s and it's
They
still pushing,
overbuilt that stuff in the 90s.
Kathy says 2015 Hyundai Genesis Coupe,
Mm.
6-speed manual. Okay. Any specific advice for maintenance and upkeep?
Um,
First of all, get your manual.
yes, for
That's
sure.
number one. And however many miles is on your vehicle, go ahead and start doing stuff like Colonel Buckshot was talking about, doing stuff for preventive maintenance. See what I'm saying? So of course your regular oil changes. Oil is not the only fluid that needs to be changed in your
Hmm.
car. You need to
And
find
she
out
has a manual, so you're gonna want to change the gear oil
gear
in that
oil.
manual
Uh-huh.
transmission. That Genesis coupe, I think that is a rear wheel drive vehicle. I don't remember. That will make you have a rear differential. And if you have a for the front wheel drive people out there, the differential is built inside the transmission of a
Mm-hmm.
front wheel drive vehicle, and it uses the transmission fluid for everything. So you don't have to separate transmission fluid from gear oil unless you have a Subaru or odd
Mm-hmm.
combination or something that uses gear oil on the transfer case or
Yeah.
something weird
If you go ahead and start, if
all
we
wheel
change
drive.
our mindsets from if it ain't broke, don't fix it, or ride it until it breaks, to hey, this stuff don't last forever. Let me see, okay, what mileage I need to change this, or you know what, if you got the extra budget. I always tell people have an emergency fund because it ain't
Period.
about if the car gonna break down, it's when. But when it does, it won't hurt your pocket as such if you don't have big high limit credit cards or whatever. Also too, never ever, like, for any reason, if your car overheats for any reason,
Do not keep driving.
pull over. Do not try to make it home. You can turn a simple thermostat job into a big head gasket job. We just had something like that in the shop where it's a simple oil cooler, but now
You
you
just
need
need
more.
the engine.
So,
Um, I don't work on too. Hopefully that answer kind of helped you out there. But I don't work on too many Hyundai's or
Genesis.
well, I don't work on too many Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Are the
Kia for
parts
that matter.
hard to find?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
We
Kia
had to
and
do
Hyundai is weird.
we
Um,
remember that time we had to do the suspension work and we couldn't find that part
oh
nowhere for
my
that guy for that
gosh.
Genesis,
Yeah,
and we wind up having to get it used from LKQ
man, that
somewhere.
was horrible. Oh
And
like,
then I heard the
shoot.
Hyundai dealership don't work on Genesis.
It's the funniest thing. It
You have to
says
go.
Hyundai Genesis.
Yeah.
They'll say, "Oh, we don't work on Genesis. You have
Mhm.
to take it to Genesis." But
The
it
ones
says
here,
freaking Hyundai on it. What
the,
is wrong with y'all?
the ones in Georgia. Now I don't
Yeah, I
know
can't
where you
speak for
are, right?
everybody
But
else.
they say you have to go find a specific Genesis. I'm like,
They don't
okay,
even want to work on their own car.
right, exactly,
What I
exactly.
tell you?
So I hope
But
you.
yeah, I hope that kind of helped because I don't know your mileage, so I can't really, speak much into the matter.
Says Hot Sizzle TV says, if I walk into a repair shop and see new Snap-on toolboxes, they taxes. They tax and I walk out.
Yeah, I don't believe in Snap-on toolboxes.
Alex got his toolbox.
2 volts.
Was it 2 volt?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a Snap-on competition that's just as great. His
Way cheaper.
father gifted that to him when he worked for UPS because for the longest, Alex worked out of a little
Man, I was
6-drawer
I
toolbox.
was putting them $10,000 toolboxes to shame. They'll
Yeah.
see me when I first get on the job. I'm like,
And
man, you
laugh.
can't do nothing out of that damn
Yeah.
box. Shoot, I run in circles around them.
Yep,
fools.
and his efficiency was the highest
Yep.
at every job. But now his dad bought him a tool vault, which is a great
Been
toolbox.
had it for years.
Got 2 big side cabinets.
That
all
thing
kind
done
of stuff.
been flipped over from in my van. The straps break and it just bloop. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
it took a beating.
So yeah, no, we don't have any Snap-on toolbox. Only time he'll probably get one if you two take off and
I gotta be balling out of control.
and I'll be like, look, babe, I got you a Snap-on. But no Snap-on toolboxes in our shop.
That little box forever.
Amadeo Flores says, love your videos.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thinker Outside the Box says, I have family in California near Anaheim, and today he said regular was $6.50 and premium was $6.95. So your sister was right. Y'all paying $7 for gas. I could only imagine how much a Uber or Lyft costs.
Man, I'd be riding a motorcycle or a scooter or something because I wouldn't be dealing with that. My scooter have a turbocharger on.
I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I'm telling you. Watch. I'm gonna get me a horse. Watch. I'm out of here. Um, Faith. I'm gonna just say that. Alex, believe it or not, the 2015 Ford Focus is a great car. We got 250,000 miles. And the problem with most of those is the transmission. Parts, not the transmission itself. Clutch forks, actuator, or TCM. That's good to know.
No, I knew that. We don't see too many Focuses, the newer Focuses in our shop. So yeah, they do pretty good. And the Fusions. We don't really see too many of those
No,
in our shop
actually,
either.
and I think Ford car, you did have a bad era
Of course
for a little
did.
minute there, but
I still don't quite trust them for some odd reason, though. I'm like, they're good, and I don't see them in my shop. You see what you guys know what be in my shop.
Kia, Hyundai, Dodge, that kind of thing.
You know, Brittany Williams, she had that Fusion, and she worked that thing every day. Like, she killed that car. You know, just on it every day, and it held up great.
She did her maintenance though.
Yes, she did her maintenance, and she listened to me. But she beat on that car.
Only reason why she don't have it is because she hit a pothole in these Atlanta streets, and it totaled it out underneath. But that I'm glad you brought that to our attention for those people who are looking to buy a car. I mean, you know, Ford has come a long way, and I think sometimes we make a conclusion in our head about past experiences and then just decide the best car is Toyota, Honda. But there are some good comps out there for people who are looking. So thank you for sharing that. We do appreciate that a lot.
50,000 miles, impressive.
Lewis says, I have a Toyota Sienna bought with 55,000 miles, now with 210,000 miles.
Rolling.
Have never changed the trans fluid. Should I change it now?
No.
Or leave it be? And it's 55 degrees here in Detroit. Oh, that ain't bad for Detroit now. I thought you was going to say 30 degrees. I'm like, nah, man.
My suggestion for that transmission is leave it alone. Don't touch it. I would add a stabilizer to it, like a Lucas stabilizer. What it's going to do is renew that old worn fluid, and it go in and does its magic. That'll buy you way more time. Most people, they'll try to use Lucas oil stabilizer when they have a problem. Don't wait till you have a problem. Go ahead and dump that stuff in there. It's really thick and red.
Or oil?
Transmission.
You said oil stabilizer.
No, I'm sorry. Transmission.
Yeah.
It's called Transfix or something. I use it in all my automatic
in our personal
vehicles. Yeah. I use it in my 250 because I know I'm pulling. I just dump it in everything because I've seen it bring back reverse. I've seen it do amazing things. Now, if you have complete mechanical damage, of course, it's not going to bring that back.
Yeah, leave it though, because you touch it, it's going to start tripping.
Yep.
Faith says, also tell your wife to get her Volkswagen Slam. Listen, no, hold on. It's funny you say that. I was riding down the highway the other day, minding my business, and I saw a Slam Volkswagen. I was like, oh, that's sexy right there.
Mine's a Slam.
I think I am going to do that because I'm getting ready to get it painted, get some little red spectacles.
I lower it.
In there. You know what I'm saying? Make me look good.
I'm gonna do lowering springs. I'm not gonna do coilovers. I'm gonna have it probably sit like mine. Oh, that'll look sweet.
I'm gonna get that done. I'm gonna put a picture up when I do. It's funny you say that.
I'm gonna fix it back up for because I gotta redo the headliner.
Yeah, my headliner falling down. You know,
kids done ran one of my boys ran the go-kart into the rear bumper, just crashed out. Boom! Oh, and I was like, oh my gosh. Thank God he had his helmet on. He was good.
Beating on my little car. Just beating on her. But I love that car, man. I love it. Daryl says, oh, really? I'm trying to tighten up the axle nuts, the rotor to giggle a little like has a little play in it. The guy from earlier with the grinding says, I'm going to try to tighten it up because the axle nuts. Oh, he said it's wiggle a little. That's what he meant. And it have a little play in it. So, yeah.
You need to look up the torque spec and really just torque it down. What probably happened is whoever did the job was probably trying to tighten it and it kept rolling on them.
Mm-hmm.
Two things you can do to prevent that. You can get a strong screwdriver and stick it in the rotor fins, because it's a two-part rotor. You have one rotor blade on, like, I can't think, rotor surface on the outside, followed by fins in the inner side of it, then another rotor face. And you can stick the screwdriver in there, and the way you're trying to tighten it, it'll bind itself on the caliper bracket or whatever, and you're going to be able to torque it down real good because it's not going to spin on you. Or sometime you can lower the vehicle down, put the tire on, and take your center cap off, and sometimes you can have enough room you can put your axle nut socket there and tighten it down, of course with the handbrake on, and then park, tighten it down that way as well.
Done.
Yeah.
I wanted. I could ask the viewers. Do I be zoning out when he be talking? Because I be feeling like, oh, okay, this don't apply to me. I'm about to go ahead. He's so knowledgeable, man, and I'm glad he got y'all to talk to now. Because man, years of
there's other ways
like,
too, but those are the two
listen,
common
y'all.
ways.
He be like, "You want to know how it works?" I be like, "Mm-mm," but he tell me anyway. So I'm like, "Why did you ask me if you're gonna tell me?"
Funny.
Jose says, "I like your videos."
Thank you, Jose.
Thank you so much, Jose. We put a lot of thought into what we be doing. Yeah. Ishmael Reyes says 98 Toyota 4Runner.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
4x4, original owner, looks in good condition with 378,000 miles.
Oh, there you just...
Is it worth taking a chance? Absolutely.
Yeah, that thing just been broken in, man.
I seen them thing with 500,000 and 600,000 miles.
It still purr like a kid. And it's a 90s. It's the good old days.
Telling y'all, 90s.
You probably got some oil leaks, but it's fine. Just keep topping it off. You ever flush your engine out.
Yeah, get it if you can get it. Damian Gary says, like your show, bro. Like to see mechanics share the knowledge.
Yes, for sure.
That's what we doing, guys. All day, every day. Mechanics. Okay, I thought about to say. I was like, huh? Says good evening. How are you?
What's happening?
How are you, my dear? I hope you're doing okay. Nick says I was just watching your YouTube videos.
Nice. Nick,
I got one coming out in the morning for y'all. For those of you who counting how many I'm releasing in a row. I got more coming all week this week.
I've been filming. Man, I'll be like,
no, I'll be like, hey, I'll be like Joe Jackson in there. Let's go.
She do.
Let's get it.
I'm like, I don't know what this is about.
Don't worry about it.
Just say, don't worry about it. Just do what you do. I'm like,
right.
Okay,
yeah. Come on now. Stop asking questions. I'll be like Joe Jackson in there. Get my belt.
I understand the point. But she put it together, and I'm like, oh, man, I'll be watching them my day go. So I'll be like, ooh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's me, stupid.
Sometimes he give me flack. I said, stand right here. Come on. Our employees just be laughing. And sometimes we have to do like 42 takes. Like, what? It's a lot of fun, though. Samuel Adams says, I'm watching from Chicago. Chi-Town. We already answered that one. Chi-Town in the house. Thank you, Samuel, for watching. Miguel Scoop says 11 Ford Edge backup camera quit working.
I have no clue, buddy. I'm being honest with you. I was think something going on with your radio, wiring problem. I don't do backup cameras. I don't do infotainment systems.
All right. Sherman says, at what mileage do you recommend getting rid of a car? Depends on the car. Mm-hmm. Some stuff, you got 100,000 miles on the Kia, you need to get rid of it right now. You need to go ahead and trade it in right now.
Oh, man.
But if you got yourself a nice Toyota like that gentleman Ismail is thinking about acquiring, and it's got 378,000 miles, buy it.
I always tell people, I tell people this. It's not about the mileage on a vehicle. Most people would get so hung up on the mileage of a vehicle and be looking for low mileage cars and like, oh yeah, I got this 50,000 mile car. Yeah, I paid top dollar for it, but it's going to last me a long time, right? No, that's not the case, because whoever that last owner was didn't change the oil for those 50,000 miles. And now you stuck with a sludge built up engine that's getting ready to go out in the next 10,000 miles versus look at this 200,000 mile car, and it got record bookkeeping this daggone thick, like the van I pulled out of the boneyard, I like to call it. Just a van I kind of forgot about. I was like, I'll worry about the van later.
Mm-hmm.
Now we actually need a family vehicle because our 12 passenger van ain't going to be up in time. Uh, Pulled that out the boneyard, discovered why it was overheating, fixed it, been driving the van every day. It needed wheel bearings and little knickknack stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it's beautiful when you can go back and look at all
All
the
the stuff he
meticulous
replaced.
record keeping of the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how many miles on it. Then if it's been maintained, you got yourself a beautiful car.
We
So
drove it an hour and some
yeah,
change to Perry, Georgia
yeah.
National. Took the kids
So
down to the fair. Road
it's
nice.
not about mileage. It's about upkeep.
Mm-hmm. And another thing too, I get a lot of customers. How many miles on it? I say, listen, ma'am, if you get a 70,000 mile car, you finna inherit all the stuff that's due at that time,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes that could be thousands of dollars. So, to answer your question, it depends on the car. I don't know if it's a Toyota or a Subaru. There is not one rule that applies
Mm-hmm.
to the different brands, because if it's a like I said, if it's a Kia, they have oil consumption problems. We've seen them go at 100,000 miles or under. You've got your lifter rocker issues on your Pentastars and stuff, and it just
But to
depends.
answer your question truthfully, when is it a good time to get rid of your car? And it's not about mileage. It's about if you have a $2,000 car and you get stuck with a repair bill of $3,000 to $4,000, you need to make your decision right there. If
Mm-hmm.
you put that money into it, then you're married to it, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're probably gonna have issues keep coming after that. Uh, Probably because it's old. The transmission gonna go out next. The guy didn't put the engine in right.
Mm-hmm.
You need to think about all this stuff. So it's really not about mileage. It's about you know if you get stuck with a big repair bill and exceeding the cost of the car.
I was gonna
That's
say that.
when you get rid of it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, the car is not worth it. I don't got my money's worth out of it. It's time to let old girl go.
But there's one exception to that rule. With again though, it goes
Yeah,
back to the
yeah,
car,
yeah,
because
it
that
does.
'99 Dodge Durango that we put a $4,000 reman engine in,
Mm, yeah.
and hit that car had what, about two, three hundred
Yeah, that
thousand
sure
miles
had
on
a
her.
lot of miles.
I ain't heard from Buddy since, and
Nope.
that gonna take him another 300,000
And I
miles.
must add to this, it depends on the rarity of the vehicle. Now, if it's like a Toyota Supra, ooh, a Supra, a big
Mm-hmm.
hype on Supras. I'm talking about the bubble ones. I'm not talking about the newer Toyota Supras. I'm talking about the 90s era, or Nissan 240, or Nissan hard body, or things that has value, or Cutlass. You can dump endless amounts of money into it and get your money right back, if you decide to sell it, because the rarity of the vehicle
Mm-hmm.
is so much. So it just depends.
Yeah, a lot of it goes into it, Sherman.
Yeah,
So, but I hope we answered your
yeah,
question.
hopefully.
Yeah, Faith. I want to say this. Is it Faithicon? I don't know. Up north brakes lines rust.
Oh yeah, for
Oh,
sure. my
absolutely.
my best comeback for that is, if you stay up, and if anybody stay up north, they need to be going to their local shops and getting that underbody protection.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they sell that a lot up north. If you don't do that, yeah, it's gonna be a rust
It's
nightmare,
gonna.
and it could be potentially a safety hazard.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're planning on keeping a car a long time, go ahead and get that underbody protection.
Awesome. Mechanics says mechanics. I think that's how I say meh.
Meh.
Mechanic from up north here, Canada. Eh? I love it. I love it. I love it.
Nice.
Miguel says, "Oh, we already told him we
Yeah.
don't do that, dog." Samuel says, "I'm in Chicago, so I use a lot of WD-40. Definitely feel you right there. I wonder, is it priced higher up there because y'all gotta use
Probably
them?"
so.
John says, "Love your videos, bro."
Thank you, John. I appreciate that,
Thank you so
man.
much. Thinker outside the box. Up north, usually sudden battery charging issues when the weather changes
Uh,
dramatically.
that's why they be having those block heaters. They keep the batteries warm. So, uh, yeah, because the battery have a cold cranking amp rating, and I guess it drops down even more once the temperature really plummets. So, oh, okay. I put two and two together.
GTA Disciple says, Alex, the car doctor, huge fan of your wife and yourself. I like
Thank
how
you,
you
buddy.
said the wife first. See, you know what? See, you already becoming my favorite commenter here, GTA Disciple. I like the way you put that right there. I just playing.
It's
We
all
wouldn't
good.
be.
It's all love.
Yeah. We won. This is my buddy right here, man. We're friends. I think that's why we get along so well. In marriage, we friends. Okay, first.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just tired of hearing about the cause, but other than that,
That's gonna be the day you die.
I know,
We're gonna
right?
be in our deathbed, babe. You remember when I worked on this?
Oh
Uh,
man, while we
we,
laughing, you see her still. What are you gonna do when you turn 80? Who gonna fix your car?
Man, I'm gonna still be out there working. What you talking about?
That's right.
That's why I'm practicing my blind moves. And now if I lose my eyesight, I'm gonna still be out there, Stevie Wonder and that thing. Yeah, he can play the piano blind. I can work on cars blind. Shoot, don't make me do it.
He said, "Thank you for your knowledge and laughter, man. You know what?
My
Laughter
pleasure,
is
man.
the
My pleasure.
best medicine. You have to laugh."
Yeah.
And he from New York City. Told
There
you
you go, babe.
how you gotta say New York real hard like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I love my up north people from Jersey and New York. They just the way they talk. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I'm a Southern girl myself, but I like that. David, what's up, David? You been active lately.
David, the man.
Yeah, I made it. Good evening to you too. Hey, what's
happening?
up? What's up? You've been active. I've been seeing your comments on there. Be catching them. Jeff gaming videos. Now I got to check your channel. Now I got to
for
see
real.
if you've been posting content. It says, Alex, I have an 18 Dodge Journey. When shifting gears, reverse, and sometimes into drive, has a small clunk. What could it be?
I'm thinking engine mount related. Related something to the engine mount. Normally, when it's like a clunking noise, though, somebody previously worked on it and left a bolt or something loose, so you're having a shift of metal. You're hearing the metal clash into each other or something weird like that. I have seen that. I don't know the repair history on your car, but sometimes that's the case. If warranty work's been done and they've removed something, they probably didn't tighten it back up properly and it don't work itself loose, causing that noise. But definitely get your engine mounts checked out because the problem is within that area of your vehicle.
All right. I hope that help you. Colonel Buckshot. He one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love the Dave too, man.
All of y'all gonna be my favorites after a while. You know what I'm saying?
Look, when with the Buckshot, the Dave always make me think about Judge.
You just love that gun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my kids busted me because we have 5 kids. Not the last one because she 2. But I always whisper, you when we alone, I'm like, you my favorite child. So one day they bust me out. They were like, Mom said I'm her favorite. I had to go on and tell everybody. I tell all of y'all that. I just wanted y'all to remember that when I'm old. When I die, y'all was gonna find out then that I had told y'all, but they got me. Colonel Buckshot says, I remove and inspect the radiator cap on every Honda that comes in my bay. It's
notorious for falling apart.
It is not unusual to find the cap falling apart underneath the cap at a crimp seal. Places large below radiator neck. And a lot of customers say, I didn't ask for you to look over my car. Because look, if you come in here for the brakes and your radiator cap start breaking next week, guess what you're going to do? Even though my car wasn't doing it before I brought it.
They quick to say that.
That is why we do inspections to try to see what can we catch. You don't have to get it done, but better believe I'm going to notate and document.
If I can open that radiator cap, if it's safe to do so, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to, of course we want to sell you stuff. However, we really do it to cover our own behinds because I can't stand calls like that.
Yeah, we just made a video about that today, selling stuff that's not necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. They're probably going to come out next week. You know what I'm saying? Jay Hardy and Transsexuals, says you got a beautiful black queen.
Thank you.
I like that.
I treat her good, too.
I like that you noticed that. You know what I'm saying? He says, remember that and stay away from Becky. This is a hilarious comment. I'm going to tell you why it's hilarious. Because Alex's mama is a white woman named Becky. I'm trying to get him to call her.
She can't. She can't stand that song, too.
Oh, yeah. He always call her Becky with the good hair. But that's funny because his mom is a white woman named Becky. That is funny. Yes.
Straight up, man, she's country.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
my Tennessee. God. Yeah, I can't wait. My folks gave me the trailer park country. That's the only thing I can think of.
Alex never met his white side of the family.
Nope, I was raised by the black side.
If y'all watching, we love. Y'all got a whole squad of Black Davises down here. We love to meet you.
They up in Tennessee or something.
Yeah, they are.
So,
Yeah, they and their last name is Davis as well.
yeah,
You know
I be looking at them on Facebook. I'm
yeah,
like, man, they be doing some of the stuff I be wanting
exactly.
to do.
Invite us to the cookout, baby.
Yeah.
I make a mean macaroni cheese, little sweet potato pie. I know y'all like pumpkin, but we could coexist together.
We can work it
Put them
out.
side by side. All right, we love everybody though, for real. What's that? Justin says, I've been watching for a while now. I have a 2005 Nissan Titan 4x4, 5.6.
Drink some gas, though.
It has about 230,000 miles. When would be a good time for the engine rebuild before failure? It has always been a great truck.
I've seen them engines go. As long as you're changing the oil, you're good. Time for a rebuild. Your average mechanic will be, they'll say now. But realistically, probably when you're starting to hear abnormal engine noises, you know your truck better than any of us. You've probably been driving that truck a long time. You're in tune with that particular truck. All of you guys, any vehicle, if you've been driving a long time, we're all in tune with that vehicle. We will know before anybody, hey, this don't sound right. Hey, this don't feel right. Hey, I'm lagging on power a little bit. I don't hear no noise, but my truck just don't feel like like it needs to, used to. Those are signs of, hey, I need to get my engine rebuilt or replaced. So hopefully that helps.
Well, great truck. Great truck.
Yeah. We was gonna actually get the Nissan
Envy.
Yeah,
I saw Envy 3500 today.
I like it because like dad van for life.
Man, well, I don't know what YouTuber told you that, but no. Anyway, next comment. We ain't even about to talk about no van. Arwin said, I appreciate the feedback. If I was closer, definitely would have seen you by now. Long tow from Eastern Shore of Maryland.
Yeah,
you know what? We got a car right now from Wisconsin that the guy got shipped down. So, I mean, we can make it happen if you really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you're trying to do. He says, Otis says, yes, make a car flip video. I mean, I like you, Otis. I might.
Pick it back up.
I don't know.
How far are we behind? I'm running out of juice.
I don't know. Yes, it is. He says, Jamel Love say, what's good, Alice? I forgot your wife's name. My name is Sean.
Shantanana.
Nah. No, my name is Sean. It's short for Shantanese. I don't know how many women my dad was dating. He might have mixed that name with Shanice and
I call it Shantanana.
But exactly.
Give me that girl.
But my name's Sean. Okay. I'm glad, let me show y'all how to spell it. It's just not like
Shantane.
My name is Sean. All right. So now it's short for Shantanese, but call me Sean. It's fine. I like when people call me by my name. Mrs. Cardot is fine, but I like to think that I got my own identity.
You do.
All right. You see what I'm saying? All right. So let me get to he said, let's do it. Make a spinoff, the car flip doctor. Okay. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So
Start
guys,
a new channel.
I'm gonna wrap it up because Alex is getting sleepy.
Yeah.
A Day with Jay said, all right, car docs, I got a real question. This time, no jokes this time. Okay, I'm for real. Hold on. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you, boss. I heard your plans for the 6.0 in the van.
Nice.
Do you think you'll ever get
the video?
I don't know. We mentioned the prison van a couple of lives. He don't be here. He says, do you think you will ever get into the performance game?
Yes, definitely. I'm waiting for my next shop building because I want to get a dyno. And I want to get I want to get my numbers up in my shop so it can be self-running.
And the right staff.
Yes, so the right staff, because right now, I'm all over the place. I want to take in projects. I want to do all this good stuff. But when you're dealing with projects, you just have to stay on that project. And I can't right now. I can't even stay on my own project.
All right. We waiting for him to drop the engine and cut, dog. You got to put
the engine is dropped. I mean, been dropped.
No, I'm talking about put it in there.
Oh, yeah. I got to build it up first.
You trying to LS swap the doggone Subaru?
Yeah.
You trying to build the little dirt car for the Kia side by side?
Yeah.
So many projects, but I'll drop something
trying
on
to
you.
fix my tow truck.
Try and do so many things.
And
So
I'm trying to add stuff. My wife like, no, you
no,
got
oh
too
no,
much going.
no,
I'm
he's
like,
not. Alex is not allowed to get no more projects. I'm sorry.
I got a good one for y'all today. Though, in sometime in the far future, I'm gonna buy an exploder and stuff a Triton V10 in that bad boy. That was always that was always my goal. So I'm gonna make it happen one day. I'm gonna
All
film
right,
it too.
all right, all right. I'm gonna try to grab a few more of y'all. But yes, my name is Sean. Hi. Hope you guys are doing
What do you
well.
say? What's good? I forgot. Okay.
Oh yeah. Hi guys. Hope you guys are doing well. We doing good. Mechanic Joe said cutlass for life.
Yeah, buddy.
I like that
So
cutlass.
beautiful. I sometimes just stop and just look at it. Oh, so nice. I
Do you?
rub it sometimes with my wife not looking.
I mean, we can share.
All right, man. Come on, let's G that thing up.
Roger said, "Do you think Purple oil is worth it?"
Yes, I always hear good stuff about Royal Purple. I like the brand, never heard anything bad or it doing bad things. I had a customer that had a Sonata that's all she used to run, the Royal Purple stuff, and she made it up to 200 and some thousand miles,
Mm-hmm.
and car still purring like a kitten. Yeah, it burn oil like crazy now, so I told her to just start using regular oil now because you're just wasting oil if it's just gonna burn it.
Hi, John. What's up, John? I ain't
Hi,
seen you in a
John.
minute.
That's the man right there.
What's up, y'all? What are your thoughts on the 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee? And also, what do you all think about fluid film versus CRC marine corrosion inhibitor for rust proofing?
Um, about that stuff, I'm not familiar with because I don't live up north, and I'm not familiar with rust proofing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
We
But
never have issues
yeah,
down
we
here.
don't have rust up here.
Down here.
Yeah, that's what I said. Then
Nope. Up
down.
here.
Oh,
We're down.
oh,
South.
down.
South with the F.
The 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee, it goes back to my question, is not if it's a bad car, is if that car has been maintained, whoever you're getting it from. Check the service records, have it looked over by a mechanic. You can get whatever car you want. Um, just don't buy no Kia. What did I say? I ain't say nothing.
Emmanuel
Yeah, just make sure it's been
Ramirez.
maintained.
If I brake hard, why would my steering wheel turn to a side? Mustang 2018.
Okay, so you might have a loose suspension component, or whoever did your brakes last probably twisted the brake line. They probably your brake line is probably twisted. It's not straight anymore. So you having a when you brake, it want to pull. Or you have a smashed brake line, but I'm talking about the hose. I always call it the hose line for some odd reason. I'd be messing Shan up. I'd be like, "Yeah, look up this brake line for me," and I'm like, "I don't see it." I'm like, "Oh gosh," because I told you, it meant brake hose. So sometime when you're putting these calipers on, you have to make sure that that brake hose is straight. If you twist the caliper over and put that brake caliper on, the brake line will do a squiggly dance thing, and sometimes it can kink up, causing a flow issue sometimes. Um, but you may have loose suspension component. Your brakes may not be serviced properly, may have seized caliper pins.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot that can go into it. You just have to take it to a professional shop and mention some of the things I mentioned tonight and have them check over it.
Yeah, we do a little suspension check.
Mm-hmm.
The Real Joseph family says, "Hey, family, blessings to you all."
Same to you, buddy. Thank you.
Kay Escobar says, "Yo, yo, yo, I'm late, but I made it 100.
Yeah.
That's right, man. It ain't too late."
Hey, it's still a lot of questions.
This is going to be my last one. Jason Brown says, "Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Car Doctor, I watch your video all the time. You guys are good at what you do.
Thank
I
you.
have a 06 Honda CRV with the code U0122 for the VSA system. How do I fix it? I'm a DIY guy."
Let me see. Yes, the U code.
Mm-hmm.
What's the description on that?
U0122.
0122 Honda.
Well, let's see what it is.
Honda code. There we go.
It is something about no communication.
Oh, okay. CAN communication.
Vehicle stability assist modulator control unit.
Um. So, looking at this, it could be a you definitely may have a wiring issue. You're gonna have to have somebody that check it out that knows about wiring. Your average mechanic sometimes steer away from wiring. Some people get scared, so
Mm-hmm.
you may have to take it to somebody that specialize in the electrical system of a vehicle that have the time to probe wires and run different checks. Something like this, it'll be kind of be hard to find for a DIY person unless they're just throwing parts at the vehicle and eventually going to find it after spending unnecessary money. And I've never like, you know, suggesting people spend unnecessary money throwing parts at it because yeah, you can throw modules at it and throw the wiring harnesses at it, and sometimes they may not fix the problem and wasted a whole bunch of money. So yeah, that's a hard one to answer over the net.
Right.
But that's my
Yeah.
suggestion.
Because you'll need a diagram and all of
Yeah,
that,
you'll need
right?
diagram. You're gonna need to know what wires to probe, how to probe, what voltage to look for. What the module is putting out. It's a lot that go into it, but start by checking your fuses. That's one thing you can do. Sometimes it's just simple as a fuse blown and as a ground issue. Those are some of the things you can check yourself. So to leave you with something so you won't feel completely helpless. Grounds, find, check all your grounds. They pretty much easy to find because you have a black wire going to the body or something like that. And fuses, you can check your fuses yourself.
Sinister Angel, I wanted to grab you because I knew you was on side of the road earlier.
Yeah.
It's an '04 Silverado that has about 250,000 miles on it on the clock. So far, it's hot as hell in the desert. So,
Hmm.
plus it's just me, which is just bummer
Oh
alert.
man, well,
We hope you
man,
make it home
yes,
safely
for
out there.
sure. That's
Um,
that's tough, man.
yeah, it's still a good truck though, worth keeping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? GTA Disciple says I have a.
You always do
Well, wait a
this.
minute. Listen, I wanted to get him because he had made a nice comment about me earlier. So I owe it to him to see what this man got to say, okay? Since I have a 2018 Dodge Durango SXT with 61,000 miles, and at time it sounds like a diesel truck, but not too loud. Is that normal? I can't recall ever hearing that until recently.
No, that is not normal. You shouldn't be making any types of rattling noises. Or yeah, it shouldn't be making any types of noises. And it has low miles too. You could have defective phasers or something,
Mm.
or they don't call them phasers in Dodges, or the Pentastars, because I'm pretty sure that's what you have. It's XXT, yeah, that has the Pentastar. They call them oil control valves. That would be my guess.
For 61,000 miles?
Yeah, it could be something with something defective going on. It's
Mm.
2018. I think it has that new gen um, Pentastar with the oil cooler. Not oil cooler, but EGR cooler mess going on. It looks kind of weird. Um, yeah, that I don't see too many of those engines. I'm not too familiar with those yet. I have changed one out, and it looks very similar to the older generation Pentastars.
Mm.
A lady blew her head gaskets with like 60 something thousand miles on it.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new Jeep, just about, man. And I think what happened? One of those plastic pieces bursted, and she just kept driving and tore that poor engine up.
Yeah. So that's not normal. Get that checked
Yeah,
out.
definitely.
Charles says my favorite. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
buddy.
You know what I'm saying? David says, sorry about my ball junk coming on your vid this morning. No disrespect. None
No, it's
taken.
fine. I
Well,
did look at it. I'm like, I couldn't find out what you was talking about because I thought I missed something. But normally, I'm always glancing at the ball joints, and I on that particular truck, I didn't find the boots. I didn't find the dust boots ripped open or anything. Now it could have been folded weirdly, but I didn't. I must have missed it on the video.
mm-hmm.
But normally, guys, when I'm shooting videos, um, this is just for y'all information. Normally, when I'm shooting videos, I'm like extra careful. I always want to try to. I'm just always. If it's a 10, I'm always on 10. But if it's a higher number than that, I'm on a higher number than that
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to miss anything. I always want to be the most informative I can be
Mm-hmm.
because if I miss something, that's an opportunity I wasted to teach you guys something. So I'm always really on one. So, but I could have made a mistake. Please take a screenshot of that that 13 and 10 seconds, if I remember correctly. Take a screenshot and circle what you're talking about. I will see that truck again, and I will overlook it.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, we never
yeah, I
claim.
make mistakes.
Yeah, we regular,
But nah,
man.
man, I don't take nothing personal, man. Like I always tell people, I am a empty cup, meaning I'm always down for criticism. I'm always down for learning. Um, I'm not that type. Um, I'm an open book.
All right. Hey, hey, rapid fire.
Rapid.
Timothy said, I would just keep going. Wish we could, baby, but we got to go to work in the morning. All right, let's see here. My favorite mechanic, you're my number one guy.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
One dynamite guy.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
it.
Mark said 706 Augusta over here. That's what I'm talking about.
Rapid. I don't know if you can rapid fire.
Georgia. I got you. I just love everybody, want to get everybody. I stick to OEM for fuel pumps and water pumps. Don't want to do the same job twice.
Yes, absolutely.
You ain't never lied. Mechanic says milling is good.
Yes.
Mechanic Joe said, bro, sorry, but I'm still in that one. Skillmanship.
That's funny. Skillmanship.
Mark says facts about something.
Skillmanship.
Gene says better hit that tank. All right. Oh, try to make that truck come back on.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I forgot all about
hit
that,
tank center still, if he's still on here.
Sometimes it works.
Says, attention, y'all doing more lives. Alexander, what do you prefer, turbo or
turbo
turbocharger? And for the record, his name is just Alex. It's not Alexander. I thought it was too when I first met, but it's just Alex.
Turbo. I'm gonna get into that on another live, guys.
Yes. Checking in from Atlanta. Look at my L.
I don't know how to do it. I'm not.
There we go.
I'm from Minnesota.
No, he's from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. Okay. But we must go. I hate.
We got so many left.
I hate to leave you all, and we're getting. I gotta go to work in the morning.
I need to go refuel my tank.
Shoot more content. If you ain't on YouTube, get over there, Facebookers. That's where we put all the long form fun stuff at. We love you. We thank you for stopping by.
As always, love you guys. Alex the Car Doctor out.
See you guys on the next one. Good night. Stay warm. It's cold.